What is grief?
Death, I suppose. Loss.
Death and sadness. But I also think of having grief with someone, like getting in a fight, or I think of the phrase good grief.
I think that grief is a really complex emotion involving feeling really empty, really sad, and wanting to get this pain out of your body, and it just consumes one from the top to the bottom, and it makes one cry and cry until the eyes are dry.
The first thing that would come to mind when I think of grief would be loss. That could be loss of a friend or relationship or through death.
Sadness, loss, illness.
The first thing I think of when I think of the word grief is probably sadness and hard times, probably.
Death.
Losing someone.
The last time I grieved was
my first day of placement when a registered nurse gave me a hard time for something that really I didn't do. Like
about a year ago when my dog died, or when my friend moved to Australia.
I suppose any kind of missed opportunities, both in my personal life and kind of professional life, I suppose. Anything before that probably would have been when my grandfather passed away.
I think the last time I grieved would have been today. I just bought a van a week ago and I think it nearly died today.
The last time I grieved was the other day when I had a fight with someone and I was just really mad and really upset.
My grandmother passed away. It's a very strange feeling because I'd never experienced grief really up to that point, and it was grand all the way through the mass and grand, and I thought I'd be fine, and the next thing we were taking the coffin down to the graveyard, and I couldn't stop crying. It really struck me then that was it. We were burying her and I'd never see her again. So
last night I was looking at a picture of someone I was with before and I cried. I cried and I cried because I realised that it's not there anymore. But at the same time, I'm free. I'm free for everything what I want to do.
Something good that can come out of grief. I suppose it helps you to learn and develop and can, help you to deal with a situation if it arises again.
Just learning, probably.
I think something good that can come out of grief is that if the situation gets resolved, there could be like a change in a relationship, or just getting things out in the open, or that you can just move on and get closure.
Say when my grandmother passed away, I heard different stories about her doing this and that, and I was shocked because I was like, geez, that's not my nan, that can't be. So it was funny to remember her that way, and it just kind of lifted the mood of everyone.
I suppose the usual kind of cliche answer is you just come out stronger at the other end of it, I suppose.
I think one of the best things that can come out of grieving process is kind of a strength within yourself, that you can learn to accept things that you can't control, because grieving is never something that we choose to do. It's something that it's just a part of life, but from that we can learn to accept things that we can't change, and which makes us stronger as a person.
The best way I think to deal with grief is to get the tension and the emotion out, whether it's talking about it or cleaning or going for a run or whatever. It's up to the person.
Probably you should talk about it and that, but often you find a lot of people will keep it inside them, and that way it builds up and it ends up being a problem then. But really you should talk about it and go for a run, do something to get it out there and get over it.
I'd say talking to someone, but with own personal experience I kind of keep it to myself. I don't tell anyone. It's kind of bad.
Just try and tough it out, and there will be something at the other end of it, I suppose.
I think that the best way to deal with grief is talk to someone honestly, just pour it all out. Talk and talk and talk until everything is off your heart, and until you feel like you're complete, until you feel the burden is just gone.